Okay, good morning. Welcome to day 6 of the 40-day prosperity plan utilizing the abundance book with John Randolph Price. Um, Again, this is a book that has changed my life immensely, and I do this every year and really just wanted to share it with all of you. So today we're going to talk about day 6 and also some of the tools that I've been using to assist me in really helping these statements stick in my body and make sense to me and learning how to embody them. So because it's not just about reading the statement. I mean, reading the statement and writing it is really good, but it's got to land inside of you. So I'll read the statement for day 6. My inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Let me repeat that again. My inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Because you are connected, you are the living and walking embodiment of source energy, which is infinite abundance. There is no desire that you have that cannot be fulfilled. Now, obviously within reason. And I'm saying this because, my sons are always like, well, what if I wanted to fly? And I'm like, well, you could get in an airplane. Well, what if I wanted to fly myself? And I'm like, well, they've got glider suits now that you can use, right? And they're like, no, what if I wanted wings? Okay, bruh, it's not happening, right? So within reason, but can you fly? Yes, absolutely you can. And that came from the minds of humans. Think about this. The minds of humans who were tapped in, tuned in, created an apparatus that could fly through the air, safely holding people through the air and land. We take for granted the creative mind of the divine intelligence that exists. And if you don't believe in divine intelligence, then it's probably just not for you. But we take for granted that fact. We use our phones all the time. We take for granted that someone had to think of, create, come up with the ability to connect with people through voice and then through video and through Zoom here, that I can do this. When you are tuned in and understand that you are walking divinity, there is no need that you have that will go unfulfilled. The principle of supply and action says so. Birds always have food. Trees have what they need. We are no different. We are no different. So I also wanted to talk to you about meditation and some of the other tools that I use during this time and just in general, but specifically during this time. Meditation is something that I don't do a lot of. Everyone should do it, but everyone should do it. Everyone needs to be meditating, especially in the times we're in now. And meditating doesn't mean you have to sit cross-legged with your hands in a mudra and got to have your eyes closed and you got to go, Om. That is a type of meditation. Meditation is simply awareness. It's bringing you back to the present moment, because most of us, and myself included, we end up creating from our past or trying to create to avoid certain things in our future. But the beauty and the gold is in the present moment. This moment is all you have. And now it is gone. And now it is this moment. And it is literally just staying aware and present through each moment. If you notice your thoughts throughout the day, They're reacting to something that happened. Literally, I will have whole conversations in my brain about conversations that happened before and what I should have said. You know, oh man, I wish I'd said this. And then I play it out in my mind like I'm in a movie and I'm like, yes, like I've written the script. You are writing a script, by the way. Or if I'm thinking into the future, there are times when I think of these worst case scenarios because I want to be prepared. I want to be emotionally prepared if it happens so it doesn't take me by surprise. There's no way to prepare for some of the things that may happen in life. But there's a fear, right? Let me get my body revved up and get it ready because I'm scared of what might happen. I don't want to feel the sorrow, the loss, or whatever it is that I'm envisioning. I'm not even going to speak the things that I think of out loud. But then I'm not in the present moment. And then I feel into my body and my mind will just be going. And all of a sudden I'll notice my body is, tight and I'm not breathing and I can feel my heart rate. I'm like, whoa, because your body will react as though what you're thinking about is happening right now in the present moment. It cannot tell the difference. The body is neutral. It's responding to you. And then it assumes that it must be in danger. And we'll get into how that affects your health later on down the line. Because that's a way to shorten the lifespan, is to try and plan for catastrophe in your mind so that your body is set up that it's living in a catastrophe. And one of the ways to assist with not doing that is meditation. It is a reminder to come back to the present moment, because in the present moment, all is well. In this moment, all is well. All is well with you in this moment, because that is all we have. If you're new to meditation, it can be as simple as 30 to 90 seconds of you just breathing. Breathing in for a count of 5. Breathing out for a count of 5. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just start with that. Just that. To help you begin to bring yourself back to the present moment. And you do it at least once a day. When you're reading the statements in this book, it is so important that before you get into it, you take a moment to pause so that you can receive what you're about to read. Not in a rush. You want to receive what you're about to read. Now, if you've been doing this, on a train or on your way somewhere, I don't want you to start going, oh man, I'm not doing it right. No, you're doing it where you can do it. But maybe on the weekends, when you have a little bit more time. One of the things that I also do is when I'm writing out the statements in my gratitude journal, in my journal that I got, I'll be listening to 888 megahertz beats. That's the frequency of abundance. YouTube has many of them. And because it has many of them, I will say this: choose the one that when you press play, you feel in your body. Like, don't just choose it because it says 888 abundance frequency and you're like, yeah, and then you turn it on, you're like, I don't really like how this feels, but okay, it says abundance frequency. Don't do that, because now it's disjointed. Choose one that feels really good to you. And I put that music on so that I'm in that frequency, in the flow. My brain is in the frequency, it's in the flow. And I'm writing this down. So it's all coming together in the present moment. It's setting me up in the present moment. The meditation is key because outside will pull you in so many different directions, and it's easy to forget what that statement said and what it means. Maybe read the statement throughout the day if you can, as a reminder. Again, breathe first for like 30 to 90 seconds and then read the statement again throughout the day so that you stay in the flow of this. You stay in the flow of it, because the longer you stay in the flow of it, the more you're now changing your vibration and sending out this new vibration. And once you send it out, it has no choice but to come back to you. It will come back to you in the form of the desires that you're asking for. Because the principle of supply and action dictates that there is no desire that you have that cannot be fulfilled. The principle of supply and action is the idea that you are the walking embodiment of source energy. And as such, you are infinite abundance, and supply is always available to you. And because supply is always available to you, there is no desire that you have that will go unfulfilled. Within reason. Discernment is important. All right, that's it for today, day 6 of the Abundance Book Prosperity Plan. I will read the statement one more time just to close out with it. My inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply and action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Your inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to your needs and desires. And as the principle of supply and action, it is impossible for you to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Love you.